Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd, and I'm Todd, and we're going to do a request reaction. The request comes from a YouTuber that goes by the name of Robert Wands. Robert says the early 70s art rock avant-garde style genre does well with my tastes. I'll give you two reaction suggestions I've seen no one else react to. Number one is the band Streetwalkers, and their best album is Red Card. Good start song is Shotgun Messiah. Number two is Robert Calvert's concept album Captain Lockheed and the Starfighters, a lampoon of the military-industrial complex in the early 1970s. Good song to start with is Ejection, then Gremlin Parts 1 and 2, featuring the extraordinary vocals of Arthur Brown. I wonder if that's the crazy world of Arthur Brown. You know, guy who did Fire, and production assistance of Brian Eno. So, thought we'd do some Streetwalkers. Never heard of Robert Calvert's, but Streetwalkers, I have several of their albums. I don't have the Red Card album, so this will be kind of interesting because I've never heard the song Shotgun Messiah. So we're going to do that as the request. Just real quick, Streetwalkers was formed from the group Family. Now, Family was kind of an art, rock, jazz, blues group that started in the mid-60s and went into the early 70s. And how I learned about Family was Rick Gretsch, who was the original bass player, quit in 1969 to join with the new supergroup called Blind Faith. And Blind Faith included Eric Clapton and Ginger Baker from Cream and Stevie Winwood from Traffic, making it one of the first supergroups. And the album is dynamite, just one of my favorite albums. Well, Roger Chapman and Charlie Whitney from Family broke off and formed Streetwalker. Roger Chapman is vocals and harmonica, Charlie Whitney is guitar and keyboards. Then I noticed when I was looking this up that Bobby Tench was also in Streetwalker, and he played guitar and vocals as well. And Bobby Tench was with a lot of other groups, eventually with Humble Pie, and then he did, how I learned about him, he did a one-off single for Stiff Records. Now, I'm a big Stiff Records fan and have just about everything that's been put out by Stiff. And in 1986, he did a single dedicated to Phil Lynott of Thin Lizzy. Phil had died that January of 1986. So it was kind of cool to see these different members of these different bands and that they all kind of gel together as one big family. No pun intended. That's kind of cool. So we're going to do the song off of Red Card, Shotgun Messiah. So here we go with that song, and it'll be a good listen for me since I've not heard this before.
the street like a fan in the light, attending the class, and Sandra's alive. Your switchback, 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 everybody.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like the transition. I love these songs where they're kind of hard rock. I mean, definitely Streetwalkers is early UK hard rock blues group. I mean, there was a lot of these groups coming out of the UK at that time period. You had Humble Pie, you know, you had Foghat, you had the Faces with Rod Stewart. They were all kind of doing this kind of hard rock blues, but still very much pop. You know, very much pop. And but what I love is you know, the bass and the drum are just driving the rhythm, and you got that lead guitar kind of going throughout the whole song. I mean, it's not riffing; he's playing that lead throughout the whole song. The guy's got that kind of rough voice going for him, you know, kind of the Rod Stewart, kind of the Steve Marriott type voice, and then they kind of stop and they do this rhythm thing here, and I just love that in a rock song where they kind of stop doing, you know, the guitars and all that, and they just get into some rhythms and sing along with the rhythms. That's really cool. I mean, one of my favorites is Rock Me by Steppenwolf, where they do that. They stop and they start going into the rhythms. But I think it's a cool transition to slowing down the song and waking people up and saying, hey, we're doing something different here. Listen to what we're doing. I want to go back and play that rhythm section. I really like that. That's pretty cool. And then that's a picture of Bobby Tench right there. Okay, so here we go.
Stone in the street like a fan in the light, attending the class, and Sandra's alive. Your switchback, switchback, switchback. Remember the fight. Yeah, remember the fight. You gotta love that fan in the night. Stone in the street like a fan in the light, attending the class, and Sandra's alive. The switchback, switchback, switchback. Remember the fight. We reach, here's a crowd. Stone cold soldiers, wind of the shroud. Black hole jungle, dreams of desire. Shotgun Messiah, shotgun, flames in the city. Shotgun Messiah. We reach Christmas rose. Now goes the cubs, atop the right poles. Pretend dreams of desire. Shotgun Messiah. Shotgun, remember the name. Shotgun Messiah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You got a hubcap defending the night, stoning the street like a fan in the light, attending the class, and Sandra's a light. Your switchback, switchback, switchback. Remember the light.
Not only do they do that once, they do it twice. That is excellent. That is excellent. They know when they have a good thing going, I think, when they're doing this song. I just love that. I mean, that is just really good. And the way they come right back in, and they're even rocking a little bit harder when they come back in. That is great. We're going to go back and do that one again, too. I just love those transitions like that. It's just great.
You got a hubcap defending the night, stoning the street like a fan in the light, attending the class, and Sandra's a light. Your switchback, switchback, switchback. Remember the light. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good song. That's a pretty good song. I like that. I like that a lot. Like I said, I love the. I mean, it's kind of your hard rock. Like I said, your hard rock UK hard rock coming in, out in the 70s, early 70s up to about 75, 76, and they have that sound. They have that raspy type singing voice. The heavy bass and drum. I mean, they were just driving this thing. You got the guitar, but what I love is when they just stopped and they transitioned into that rhythm section and they kept on singing, but all the instrumentation sort of stopped, and then they get back into the song. Especially the second time they did it, they really got into the heavy part of the song, and then they went into a instrumental break with a guitar solo. That was really good. No, this was a great song. This was really a good song. Like I said, I've got Streetwalker albums. I've got two of them. This one I don't have. Never heard this song, but this is good. I like to hear more of this album. I'll probably go back onto YouTube and search out some more and listen to some more, because this was really pretty good, and I like this style of music from that time period. I collected a lot of it, and it's all similar but different. It's hard to say. It's similar but different. They all have their own little quirks and how they present the songs. But this was good. Streetwalkers from the album Red Card. The song is Shotgun Messiah. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you have any comments about Streetwalkers, the song Shotgun Messiah, or the album Red Card, put it in the comments below. That'd be really cool. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And then go over here, ring the bell for updates to my latest videos. I hope this put a smile on your face and put a smile on my face. This is really a good song. I really enjoyed it. And peace out, baby.